Hello, hello, friends. It is Sunday. What is the date today? Oh, it's Flag Day. Happy Flag Day. Happy June 14th. I am recording this video a little bit early today because, as everybody knows, it is graduation season around Central Maine, and we are going to attend yet another graduation party for another niece this afternoon. And my granddaughter is in the championship finals for her 12U, which is 12 and under, softball league. She is so excited, and we're so excited to attend. So I know I'm going to be gone this afternoon and into the evening, and I didn't want to miss some time with you. So let's make a card, shall we? I have in front of me, as you can see, the Delicate Whispers embossing, bundle. So it has Delicate Whispers, has 10 stamps in it, photopolymer, and it has 20, count them, 20 dies, double the dies for the stamps, so that you could get either a lined item on the dies, or you can get the outline, whichever you prefer. We're going to be using some lined items today, and we're going to use an outline on this card we're going to create. So actually, I think we're going to use a couple of outlines. Let's get started, shall we? I have a bunch of things here, including a Memento Black ink pad and the light hydrangea hue and the light old olive Stampin' Blends. We're going to use both of those on our card today. We have a scrap of basic white. As you can see, we're going to use that to stamp, color, and die cut. We have our Stone and Vine 3D embossing folder with a piece of basic white cardstock that I'm holding in there. That's about, let me see. I haven't even measured. About 2 3/4 by about 5 1/4. So we're going to emboss that with our Stone and Vine 3D embossing folder. I got to tell you, this is one of my favorites, and I can't use it enough. So we have that. We have our scrap. We have some bits in here. We have a couple of pieces of crumb cake that are going to be layers on our card. We have some designer series paper from the Delicate, what the heck is it called? I have it in front of me. I just don't know. The Delicate Dreams embossing, or Delicate Dreams designer series paper. We got 2 bits of that. A scrap of white if we need more scrap to stamp and die cut, and a piece of basic white that is 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. Oh, yeah. So those are all of our bits. Let's get started, shall we? I don't know about you, but it is gorgeous. Oh, and I have some jewels. I have some jewels. It is gorgeous at my house, and I can't wait to go outside and hang out for a little bit before I have to start the rounds. Yeah. We're going to start with a lined image that we are going to ink with our Memento Black. Now, you could use your new, if you have it, the new black ink from Stampin' Up, which is the basic black hybrid ink pad. And I have one, but I don't have it in front of me, so I just grabbed my Memento. It will work. I am just going to stamp on here. Boom, boom, boom. We're going to color and die cut this. I'm also going to stamp on my envelope. Did I tell you that I had an envelope? We're going to stamp on the envelope, but I'm not going to color it. I am just going to stamp on it. And I'm going to stamp twice on my envelope because I can. Because I can. So we're going to stamp once on the front, and we're kind of coming off the page a little bit, off the envelope a little, and that's okay. Oh, I got a little goober on there. And then we're going to stamp on the back of the envelope so that whichever way anybody sees this, they'll know that there's something special happening inside this. Oh, I must be some ink from a blend. I probably had it somewhere, and you never know with me. You never know. Let's just stamp that on again. That takes care of that. That stamping is done. We're going to set it to the side. Now, on our piece that goes on the inside of our card, we have a piece of paper, basic white paper, that's going to go on the inside of our card. And this card is going to have a little bit of it's going to be a slider card. So I want to stamp the flower also in my Memento Black, because that's the color I'm feeling today. Black, blue, hydrangea hue. Oh, I'm a poet and I don't even know it, but my feet show it because they're Longfellows. My grandmother used to say that to me when I was little. I'm going to stamp this kind of to the left side, because my slider card's going to tuck into one side. You're going to see, and it will make sense to you then. So more to the left rather than in the center. And I'm perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Let's color, shall we? We're going to grab our Hydrangea Hue Light Blend. This color makes me so stinking happy. It just, you know, everybody knows that I'm a red, pink, purple girl. That is a true story about me. And this is kind of my ultimate purple color. I am just kind of, can you tell that I am coloring in circles? Just so that I don't have a sharp edge. And even if I didn't, the cool thing about these blends is that when they dry, all of those marks that you think about go away. All of them. We're going to set that to the side. Let's bring in our flower here. Now these are little tiny flowers. I'm just going to give them a dot, dot, dot. I'm not going to try to color them. I'm just going to dot inside the flower petal. That's all. That's all. That's my Miranda Priestly. I saw a commercial for The Devil Wears Prada. I would love to be Miranda Priestly. Well, I would love to be that confident. I wouldn't want to be her because I don't think her life was as happy as mine is. So, but you know, we all want different things once in a while. But I wouldn't trade my life for all the tea in China. Now let's come in with our Old Olive, and let's do the same thing with our little leaves. Now I could color like this, and I will on some of them, but some of the littler ones, I will absolutely dot, 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 because I feel like I have better control with dot, dot, dot than I do with spread, spread, spread. I know. It's all what you are comfortable with. Now, if you're a true artist, like some of my friends are, you know who I'm talking to. You will whip this out without any concentration whatsoever. I'm positive. Me, it takes all of my focus. And that's probably not a bad thing for me, considering I tend to see squirrels everywhere. But look at that. Isn't that cute? I just think it's beautiful. So we have that piece done. Let's come in and do our flower here. And then we're going to do some die cutting, and we're going to put our card together, and we're going to cut some pieces from our layers that we have, because we need to have some fancy pieces to go on the front of our card, and nobody's gonna know. Are you gonna tell them? Because I'm sure not. There we go. Now, you know I told you hydrangea hue and old olive? Well, guess what? I feel like I need a little yellow in the center of that flower. So I just reached over and I grabbed Lemon Lolly. I have all of these just hanging around right next to my desk. So we've done a little Lemon Lolly in there. So I guess I did use 3 colors, but that's okay. We got it. We got it. Little lemon lolly. Okay, this one is finished. This one we're gonna die cut. We're also gonna die cut this flower from the designer series paper. And we're gonna die cut, I'm trying to pick them up, 3 different, remember I said we're gonna die cut some solids and some fines? Well, guess what? For the flowers, we're gonna die cut around so we have our beautiful flowers. For some of our other things, we're gonna use these individual line items to create a beautiful card, to create what we need inside. And oh look, and we did our embossing with our 3D embossing folder. I love Stone and Vine. The look of the stones and the vines on there, and it's so deep. That impression is so stinking deep. Let's get a little washi tape. I usually keep washi tape or artist tack tape on my desk so that I can hold things where I need them to be. And I'm just looking at our design here. It's rather close, so that on the where it fits on the frame. So we have one. Let's do another one. Let's grab the flower. It's around here somewhere. Flower, oh flower, where would you be? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, I almost dropped things on the floor. Oh, that happens to me all the time. I'm casually looking around. I don't see it, we'll find it. But let's die cut some of these. They're gonna die cut out of this crazy piece that is a layer on our card. Now, you could absolutely use scraps of paper if you had them. And I have them. But I thought, I'm gonna die cut. I'm gonna put something over this. Nobody's gonna see it. Let's do some die cuts from here. And see where we end up. Oh, see, I told you I knew where my flower was. Psych! Psych, I didn't know. All right, now what did I do with the washi tape? Oh my Lanta. All right, this one's getting tack tape because I don't know where I set the washi tape down. I'm telling you, the squirrels, some days the squirrels are bigger than others. The squirrels get me. Here we go. We're gonna do some die cutting. We're gonna grab our mini stamp cut. You guys know that stamp cut and emboss machine that we can stamp. No, we can't stamp. We can cut and emboss on, but has all 3 names. I try really hard not to call it a stamp, but it is, because I mean stamping is in our name, right? Independent Stamping Up Demonstrators. Get that? Okay. So we have 3 die cut pieces out of our middle. Now, I'm not sure if 3 is the right number. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut a couple more. I'm gonna cut a couple more because, you know, if one is good, 14 might be better. Right? Right? Say yes. Oh, please say yes to me. All right, let's just do a couple more. They'll fit on here. Let's just do a couple more. We're gonna randomly place them so we can die cut. One more set. And then we have two more. I know it's really not a lot of fun watching me die cut, but we got two more things to do and it will go fast, I promise. I promise, I promise. And then we'll get this video posted for tonight and know that I'll be somewhere in Maine celebrating the graduation. And I hope that you have a fabulous evening. I'm planning on it. I think I have actually created my last graduation card for the season. I don't know of any more. Next year I have a niece that graduates from college. That will be exciting. I'll be traveling to Maryland for that. Okay, now we have all of our pieces die cut. It's like bing bang boom, we got it done. Here we go. Let's set all the die cutting equipment to the side. So we have a solid piece. We have a flower and some scraps to go with our flower. I have so many pieces of tear tape floating around here. I'm looking to my left, and on the side of my workstation, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, because I reuse them if I can. So this one, instead of cutting out the intricate pieces, we just cut around what we had already created and colored. Let's grab some more, and I'm gonna find my take your pick tool. I know I had it somewhere. And I'm just gonna poke out the piece from the inside. Pokey pokey, artichoke. There we go. There's a one. Pokey pokey artichoke. 2, 3. There we go. And all of these other pieces will be right where we need them to be. So we have all of our bits cut for ourselves. Let's add some of our things together. I'm going to put the layer that we embossed on top of the piece that we did our die cutting from, our crumb cake. And I'm making sure I use extra adhesive because it is so, the embossing is so deep and rich that I really want to make sure that my layers will stick together. Okay, let's come to our card base. So it is 5.5 by 8.5, and I scored this one at 3 inches and 7 inches. 3 inches and 7 inches. Let's take that bone folder and make those nice crisp folds. There we go. So it's going to fold together, and we're going to make a card out of this. Let's add some layers to this. On the outside, we're going to add our designer series paper. See, nobody's going to know that we die cut pieces out of there, and that's a good use of my paper. Taking advantage of using all of the bits that we can. I want to open this up so I can see clearly where I'm laying my cardstock. And there we go. There's one piece. Now, I want to add this piece with a little bit of gold shine to it on the inside of that. And you'll see why in a minute. This is going to be a slider card. We're giving that all of the love it needs. And we're going to add that right to the inside. Are you with me still so far? Remember that piece of cardstock that we had that's 3 3/4 by 4 1/2, that crumb cake? I can't even talk. That has about 1/4 of an inch in, there we go. That goes on our card. We're going to give this, we're going to put our piece on here. Now, I'm not adding a sentiment to this card yet because I'm not exactly sure what I want it to say. It might be a birthday card. It might be a thinking of you card. It could be anything. But I don't know what I want it to be yet. So I'm not going to put a sentiment on it. And maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just write whatever it is that I want to say to somebody right on here on the inside of the card. Okay, we have that on. Now we're going to use our tear tape. We don't use our tear tape a lot, but when we need it, we need it. And I have it right here. I was looking for it. On this piece that we have done our score line on, I've added my embossing tape on the front. I know that sounds crazy, but we're going to add it on the front, our tear tape. I'm going to take my Take Your Pick tool, and you can start from the edge, but I struggle with that. So I'm going to lay my Take Your Pick tool down flat right in the center, and look how easy that comes up. Just like I planned it. Okay, now we're going to center this side to side in the middle, top and bottom, side to side, flat, and then watch what happens. We're going to lay the left side of our card front down, and we're going to pick up that piece of paper. You with me still? Let's keep going. Let's keep going because we still have more beautiness to add to this card. So if you remember, this is the outside of our card, but we have one more piece of designer paper that is 1 inch by 5 1/4 that I want the beauty of the flowers to come through right over here. So let's add that to our card front. And then we're going to use that tear tape one more time. So this is our card front, the other side. I want to lay I'm paying attention to where my equal lines are. I want to lay it down nice and straight. I'm not good at straight, but I'm doing my best. And look at that. Now we're going to add some more tear tape. We need a piece right here at the top and right here at the bottom, and it's going to make a pocket. We're going to make a pocket on our card for the slider card, and then you'll be able to add cash or a gift card and write a sentiment, and it will all can hide right back in that pocket. So again, using my bone folder to make my tear tape nice and secure, and my Take Your Pick tool right in the middle to pick up that piece of paper. There's 1, and here's 2. Folding over again, grab that bone folder and burnish the top and the bottom. And watch what happens with our card. We've created a pocket that this will slide right into. So when you open the card, it will slide right open. So you can write a little sentiment. You could tuck a gift card in there. Do I have something I can tuck? Yeah, let me just put this in here. So like you can imagine, okay? So this is, pretend that's a gift card. When I open this up, look, there's whatever I've written to somebody and a gift card for them, or cash. Kids today love cash. Let's decorate the outside of our card. Shall we do that? For this, I am going to use liquid adhesive. And I'm going to use liquid adhesive because some of these pieces are little. And we're going to use some dimensionals. Because you know how I love my dimensionals. We're going to start with the piece that we stamped and we colored. And I'm just adding a little liquid adhesive to it because remember, this is really deep embossing. And we are going to pick a spot and lay this down. And we're just going to give it a second to dry, and then let's move on to the next piece. Now, you can use whatever means you want to add this, by all means. I love my fine tip on my glue, and so that's what I use. And let's lay it right about there. It kind of reminds me of a seahorse. Please don't ask me why, it just does. I'm going to add a little more liquid adhesive to one of these ferny pieces. And I'm gonna, I think, snip it a little. I snipped it where there was no glue. And I'm just gonna add that to my card front. And we have another one. Let me snip this one first. There. I snipped first. And I just realized I was adding my glue over my card. How brave of me to do that. Because what if I got a glob of glue? Oh, and I'm gonna come right underneath and lay that down. Are you seeing the design that we've created here? Now, not the last little bit, we have two things left to do. We need a couple of dimensionals because the dimensionals are gonna hide where all of our pieces come together. Nobody is gonna know. One dimensional is good. 47 is better. All right, well, maybe we're not using 47, but I did use 3 because I want a nice, firm, solid hold that's going to keep all of those pieces down. And now some jewels. I'm going to use the same side of my Take Your Pick tool that I used before because it's out. And these jewels are really, they're self-adhesive and they are really, really stuck to the acetate that they come on. So I am using my Take Your Pick tool to pick them up. And there we go. We have some jewels. We have beautiful interest behind. We have that gold glimmer on there, on the flower and on the designer paper. And look, when you open it up, there's still glimmer, and we have made a slider card. Tell me what you think, ladies, and post on here, right down below, what you've created this week. Doesn't matter what it is, I just want to see what you're doing. Thanks, ladies. That's our card for today. And, oh, and our envelope. Can't forget, no naked envelopes. Post what you've been making. I hope you have a fabulous day. I'm going to be right back here on Wednesday night at 7 o'clock, and we'll create something else. Mwah. Bye.